Hey everyone, it's Jeremy again, back for another book review video, and tonight, actually, I'm going to be reviewing Unbelievable by Sara Shepard, which is the fourth book of the Pretty Little Liars series. And this is the cover, and the spine, as well as the back and the side. And I'm going to read you the back of the book, and I hope you enjoy. Four pretty little liars' charmed lives have turned into living nightmares. Emily's been shipped off to Iowa to live with her uber-conservative cousins. Aria's boyfriend is behind bars because of her. Spencer's afraid she was involved in Alan's murder, but Hannah's fate is far worse. She's clinging to life in the hospital because she knew too much. If these girls don't start listening to me, Hannah's going to look like the lucky one. This book, as always with these books, this one picks up immediately from where the third book left off, and all kinds of stuff went down in this book, and it's just so awesome. Alright, I'm going to jump in because I've got a lot to say about it. Alright. First off, the way at the end of the third book, which was perfect, Hannah has been hit by a car, which is horrifying. We don't know if she's dead, we don't know if she's alive, we don't know what's been going on with her. And this book picks up with her being in the hospital, and people are going to visit her, and people are asking questions of how did this happen, what's going on, and the police are starting to ask questions more. They're starting to be more involved with the girls and things like that. Aria is beating herself up because her boyfriend Ezra is in jail because of her, and it's all her fault. Of course, she's blaming herself and trying to continue to hate A more than she already did, which, I mean, it's kind of obvious. Who wouldn't hate, that person that's ruining your life? I mean, Spencer's going through a lot because she keeps, not having flashes, but she's remembering memories of Allison, and she's remembering this huge fight that she had with Allison, and she feels like she was part of her murder, which is crazy, insane, like, whoa. So, wasn't expecting that. That was really, really interesting, because I love Spencer, as you guys know, so I really liked that about her in this book. And then we have Emily, who her family has had a complete 180, and they said, we love you, and we accept you for who you are. We're not going to leave you. We love you. Please don't think of us badly. We want you again. But at the beginning of this book, they don't really think that. She's been shipped off to Iowa to live with her cousins, which I cannot stand. I wanted them murdered or something. Okay, well, not really, but they were just annoying, and I didn't like them. They were very jerkish. You couldn't have cell phones. You couldn't have computers. You had to do everything they said, or they were gonna just do weird things. And of course, after going through a party and with one of the cousins, they get back from the party after she meets this girl that she might like that's not Maya. So, oh my god, what's going on? And so, this book is insane, I'm telling you. But after she gets back, she goes, but after she gets back with one of her cousins, she's like, it's all Emily's fault. She threatened to take me there when it was the cousin's idea to go to the party in the first place. And so she's like, you know what, we're sending you back home. We don't want you, blah, blah. So Emily is like, you know what, forget you people. She grabs her phone and she leaves. Goodbye. And I was like, finally, because I didn't want her being there in the entire book. She's only there for about 100 pages or so. But it was a great, I really liked the storyline. And then when she gets back, her mother's all hugging her and kisses, and her father's there, and they're all supportive and want her back in their lives, and they welcome and accept her, which was really just not really realistic to me. the whole series is not really realistic in that sense, but you think you need to fix her, and then you send her off, and then when she comes back, learning that she's missing because they called her parents saying, hey, your daughter has left, we can't control her, blah 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 blah. And so she comes back, and she's all, and they love her and want to support her and everything. I kind of understood that, but I'm like, that happened fast. Wow. So things like that went down. And Emily kind of Hannah starts to freak out because she has a note that's on her cast because she broke her leg, and in the train, she has a broken leg in the car, and there's a note from A on it, which she's freaking out. And this ties up the first four this story arc, because it's divided in like 4 story arcs in the series. We find out who the big A is, who's been causing these girls trouble for the past 3 books, and this one as well, because A's notes continue to be revealed throughout this book as well. And this is one of the bigger reads of the books. This one is 335 pages, so it's still not a very big book, but it's bigger compared to the other in the series. So this book was crazy. In this book, I love Sara Shepard's writing, of course, as I always do. I love the way she writes. I love her descriptions of things and how she words things and stuff. And the text has remained the same, just like in the other books. This is definitely one of my favorite books. I just really liked this book. And this is Emily on the cover, and the real girl on the back, looking just like kick butt a little bit. But we find out in this book that we find out who, in fact, killed Allison and who the real A is. Well, I'm going to spoil it because I'm dying to tell you guys about it, and this book's been out for a while, so, yeah, 2008. 5 years ago. I think I can be a little talkative. But we find out that Mona is, in fact, A. What? Yeah, when I first read that, I was like, whoa, this book, last 50 pages or so is some of the most intense writing this series has had so far. I was like, what kind of book am I reading here? What's going on? And it was just crazy. It was so intense and so crazy, but they are going to court because the person that killed Allison was, in fact, Ian. Melissa's Ian, the Ian that Melissa was engaged to get married, and it's all crazy and crap, and oh my god, it was so good. So they're going to court because he's about to be tried, and he is tried, and he's got like life in prison or something like that, and so he's in jail now, and the girls, Emily sees a girl that looks very much like Allison, but she's like, there's no way this could be the end, and so that's kind of how this one ended, and it was great. And then at the end of each book, it always has one of these what happens next, so it kind of gives you some insight into the what's going to happen next kind of thing. This book actually originally, when the series, Sara Shepard didn't know how well the series was going to go. This was only going to be a 4-book series at the time, but the book sold, so her publisher went ahead and said, if you want to keep writing them, go ahead, and so that's kind of how that happened. But that's my review of Unbelievable by Sara Shepard, book 4 in the series. That's the spine again. It's one of my favorite books, personally. I love all of them so very much. This one was 5 stars, just like the other 3, so... But yeah, that's my review of Unbelievable. I hope you enjoy it. I hope I've said something that you'll want to pick up this series or start this series very soon, because it's one of my favorite series. And I will see you guys in my next video, and until then, happy reading. I hope you guys are reading something awesome, and look for my review for Pretty Little Secrets, which is a book 4.5 coming up next. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.